Continuing on, this is Sarah Lingra with I'm at the Piano Now What? This is about seventh chords, and this video is about the minor seventh chord. So the way I'm going to do it is like I did it for the major seventh and the dominant seventh. I'm going to start with a major scale, and I'm going to put my fourth finger on the octave of the key that I want to do. This happens to be in the key of A, so I'm going to do a 4 and a 4. And the way I work this is I first play the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when I do this, I'm remembering the scale degrees. And then to build a major seventh chord, it's a 1, 3, 5, 7 of whatever major scale you're playing. So this is an A major seventh chord. To make the major seventh a dominant seventh, I would go 1, 3, 5, and instead of playing the seventh, I'm going to play a flat 7. Okay, and you can see that a flat 7 is one key to the left of the seventh. To make a dominant seventh into a minor seventh, I am going to flatten the third. So instead of playing the C sharp key, I'm going to play a C. So there is an A minor seventh chord. So basically, an A minor seventh chord is a major seventh with a flat 3 and a flat 7. Okay, so choosing another key, we're going to do F sharp or G flat. So here's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 or 1. Major seventh chord, 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, my hand's obscuring it, so there's my 7. To make this into a dominant, I'm going to flatten the 7. So instead of playing the F key, I'm going to play an E. There's my dominant seventh. And if I want to make this minor, to make something minor, it's generally to take the third and flatten it. So there is an F sharp minor seventh chord. Let's do one more key just to show repeatability. We're going to do G. Okay, so G major. Okay, G major, G, B, D, F sharp. So that's 1, 3, 5, 7 in the key of G. To make it into a dominant seventh, I'm going to flatten the seventh. So I'm going to take the seventh and move it one key to the left. So there's a dominant seventh, and if I want a minor seventh, then I'm going to flatten the third as well. So you can see this is the third note of the G major scale, and I'm going to turn it into a B flat. So that is your B flat minor seventh. If you wanted to understand the intervals and get a way to see how it looks, then I would recommend using the Jazz Foundations and Chord and Scale Key Finders, and here is the minor seventh. So you can, minor seventh, there. So the minor seventh chord has a minor third on the bottom, a major third in the middle, and a minor third on the top, and then it would look this way when you see it in your music, in root position, namely when the root of the chord is at the bottom. So that's how you get a minor seventh chord. This is Sarah Lingra with Piano Key Finders, and I'm at the Piano Now What? The way I would practice these is I would start at the major scale. So here's my major scale. Then I would do the major seventh. Then I would do the dominant seventh, and then I would do the minor seventh. And you can see how those chords are formed, and once you get one, then you can move between one and the other. I would repeat it on all the keys, and I would use this as an ear training exercise. We are not doing scale fingerings for playing the piano at this point. It's more to understand what these different chords sound like. Thanks. All of the cards can be found at pianokeyfinders.com, but you don't need the cards if you can figure out the scales. Thank you, and this is the seventh chord series.